I am so happy you're here. I've missed you guys. I want to say, first of all, I'm so sorry I have not uploaded anything recently. I had a minor surgery, so I was jacked up for a while, but I'm good now. And if you look around me, we're not at Winter's house. We are actually in our second home here in Crested, Butte that we just purchased, that we are turning into a rental. That one, our family can come and enjoy and friends, but also we can open it up to other people that might want to come make memories here too. We are at a very high elevation, and Greenwood and I are huffing and puffing every time we come here. We've been coming here for 17 years, and it was always have come as a renter. So it's so exciting that we have our own little nest here that we can make ours and make it cozy enough that other people will love it too. And I want to take you guys into Crested, Butte, Colorado. I don't know if any of you have been there. If you have, leave it in the comments below and tell me what your favorite place in Crested, Butte is. And we are having a big furniture delivery here just imminently. We had to replace all the furniture, and it was fine the way it was. We just wanted to make it our own. And we are working with Back to the Ranch in Gunnison, which is about a 45-minute trip from here. Laura, the owner, has been wonderful enough to help us work in conjunction with 6 Points Thrift. So they're making sure that all of the furniture coming out of there goes to them instead of landfill or someplace like that, because you know how I hate that. And this will go to help other people, and I love that. Today, the dining room table comes, bedroom furniture, a lot of mattresses, because we want those mattresses to be smushy wushy and so comfortable for everybody. But I will say there has been a big learning curve for me. This is my first home that I've decorated that has been so remote, and it's kind of tricky doing it from Ohio. And being that we're in a pandemic, shipping is a little bit longer, so I had to be really creative to get furniture in here that was great quality, but that was accessible. Crested Butte, the little town, the way that I describe it to everybody, I'm pretty sure Santa lives there. I'm pretty sure. And it was an old historic mining town, I believe in the early 1900s, and they've worked really hard there to keep the historic elements to it, and the codes here are very strict about what you can and can't do. Now we're on Mount Crested Butte. We're in a ski in, ski out home. In fact, I just sent Greenwood skiing because I'm like, there's no sense both of us waiting, and it's a beautiful day. Go enjoy it. During a unique time because ski season officially ends this coming Easter Sunday. Even though it snowed last night, it snowed this morning, it's snowing a little bit right now, that officially closes on Sunday. So I want him to get up there and enjoy it as much as he can, and we're big skiers and we love that. So I am waiting for the furniture people to arrive. I thought you guys might want to come and hang out with me in my kitchen. It's small, it's cozy. But we're really looking forward to making memories here with our grandkids and our kids, our grown kids. And we had been, like I said, coming here 17 years as renters, and this is one of our most special places. Being big skiers, we've been to a lot of other resorts to ski, and this one we love because it kind of has just this hometown feel. The people are incredible. We love all the people here. It's just so sweet and welcoming. With Dominic, our oldest grandson, I believe on his second day was skiing blues, and he took to it like a duck to water and woke up every morning just wanting to put his ski boots on and head on out.
Doing your little dance?
So good for kids. So we decided that it was time to pull the trigger and purchase a place down here. So they had every opportunity to learn to ski here on the mountain here in Colorado. All right, it's time to dig into those cabinets, and I hope you guys hang out with me. I'm going to be time-lapsing it, so it'll look like I'm moving very fast, but in reality, I'm gonna be like a turtle. We're here in our little kitchen, and I think it's so sweet. And it has everything that you need. It's a smaller kitchen, to be fair. We're gonna be replacing the fridge, the oven. We're hoping to get gas in here because I love to cook over gas, and replace the sink. Countertops are gonna go. But again, we're in a remote place, so you know, it's a process. We talked to someone yesterday about construction. And you have to get in a queue. There's not many people here that do it, and the ones that do it well are in high demand, so we're gonna have to get in the queue for that. But that's fun. That's what makes it fun, you know, the progression of things. I did buy new dishware. This is false craft. This is trellis weight, and I love it because it looks distressed already. It looks very log cabiny. And the bowls, I like the bowls. They're nice and deep. So I did replace that, and I like a good mug. I like a pretty girl mug, but I like a guy mug too. You can, you know, get a good cup of tea or a coffee in that in the morning. And then I'm going to show you the pots and pans that I got. You know how I love copper. These are Gotham. I believe they're Gotham. Yeah. These are Gotham, and you can see the inside is no stick, so that's great for a rental for sure. And I had to find something that I could use on a glass top, but you can also use this on a regular range, and also I believe on gas. So they're very versatile, and it's got a nice little glass lid that goes. And I got the whole entire set because we needed it. There's a cute little saucepan. I just think they're pretty. So I got those to replace the pans. Again, that's Gotham, if you guys are interested. And I got a copper colander. I thought this would be cute to replace the one that had some wear and tear. Because you guys know how I love copper. I don't think this is real copper, but it looks like real copper, right? So that's gonna go in the cabinet. And I do need to order glasses and things like that, so I'll put that on the list to do today, but we're gonna get there. Yes, we are. lists. Hey, Greenwood.
What's that?
So this is going to get a big makeover today.
How about me? Do I get a makeover? I really
No, you don't
one.
need a makeover.
Oh, I need it for my hair.
No, you don't need a makeover. You don't need one. You're handsome. All of this is going to go today as well.
Me too.
No, not you.
Oh.
Never. No, never, ever, ever. And what our goal is to have a little more seating for guests to come in. So, and you can see this is a little tricky of a place because it's not a huge place here in the great room. So we're just going to make it work. And I think it'll be really cozy. We've been referring to this as the bear lair. There's a little closet off there. And
There's the bear cave.
that is the bear cave where I've almost knocked my head off, because inside you can stand up. So when you go to leave, you think you can stand up, and it's painful. I love the beams. And here's our kitchen. Now this is going to get a makeover in the future. We're going to replace the countertops and most likely the range, the fridge. We're gonna update the faucets, etc. But it's a very sweet, cozy kitchen, and you really have all the things that you need in here. To replace the sconce there, and the one there was beautiful and lovely. It was this rustic one, which I think is pretty, but with our decor we are going a little bit in a different direction, and I selected this lovely stag, and he holds, I'll show you in a minute, he holds the globe in his mouth. So we're trying to figure out how to get it all in there together, and Greenwood is gonna figure it out, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You got this?
Yeah.
We have a little problem with the whole lineup. The new plate should go like that, but the way that's set up is like that. So Greenwood's got this. I know he does. Here's the globe. Isn't that pretty? And then here's the chandelier that's gonna go in here. It's two-tiered, very rustic. This is beautiful, I love it. Very much, and it matches kind of our motif, but I wanted a little bigger of a profile, but you can see it goes way up. So we're gonna need a bigger ladder. Tomorrow we're gonna have to find a ladder. This is gonna go into the one of the spare bedrooms, and I think it's gonna be beautiful over the bed. Okay, you got this, Greenwood?
I hope so.
You feel good about it?
No.
Okay, I feel good about it. It's gonna be okay. We'll keep you posted, guys. Oh, you got it. You had it. Yes. You had it, Greenwood. Yes, you had it. Yes, you got one. He's got one. He's going for two. I don't know how this one's gonna go. This is a little scary.
You're probably going to want to...
Come over. Okay, hang on. Just 2 seconds. I'm gonna set the camera down. I'm gonna help you. We did it.
What are you going to do there?
I'm not sure. I think the first thing though, it needs cleaned and come off that rod, because that is super dusty.
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah. Mama needs to clean the rug. I'm gonna show you this way so you guys can see the transformation. The chandelier is gonna be replaced. Even though it's beautiful, we're gonna repurpose that into one of the spare bedrooms. And this couch and this collection here is gonna go. And we're gonna replace that with a sectional. Bye, baby. show you guys when you can't find something you need, or maybe there's not accessibility here. In our case, we're up here on the mountain and there is not a lot of decor places. Even in Gunnison, there's a couple places that we went into several times looking for some small vessels to put some things in. And so I went to 6 Point Thrift to drop some more things off and decided to go in as a patron and see what I could find. And so I found some great stuff. It was half off blue stickers. So this wonderful vase that's very colorful and I think it's pretty is going to get a transformation. I got that for $2 and it's very heavy. Pink, you guys know me well. I'm not a pink person and I don't think you'd have to try really hard to find pink at Winter's house. It's just not my color. That is going to be turned into, I'm going to take spackling and show you guys how you can turn glass vases and vessels and whatnot and make them look like stone. So that's going to be a project that we're going to do together coming up. And then this big green vase is also going to get that same treatment as the one in front of it. This one I'm going to spray paint with a high gloss white to kind of make it look like it is actually a ceramic white vase. These are going to go in the bathroom. I'm going to do a distressing on those. And this is a little shelf that I paid $4 on, and that's going to go on a wall. I'm going to also paint that like a matte black. I'm out here on our balcony on Mount Crested, Butte, and I'm so excited to make this project with you. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, and being that there are not a lot of places to shop here, that we're so remote here on the mountain, and I needed a lot of things to hold some of my floral arrangements, I went into 6 Point Thrift in Gunnison and I found this lovely pink vase. Now, if you know me, you know pink is not my color, but the shape is right, and I think I can turn this into something that looks like hand-thrown pottery. You're gonna need spackling, and you can use any wall spackling that you want. I'm just gonna dig in and get kind of messy, and you're just gonna start smearing it on. It's a beautiful day today on the mountain. It's probably 40-ish, I would say. The temperature's dropping. We're supposed to get snow tonight. And you want to kind of be thick. Be generous with the spackling. But this is a great project if you're looking for something decor-wise in your house and you can't find it. Just go into a thrift shop and look for the shape. Don't worry about the color or the design, because the spackling, even if it had some raised designs on it, this will cover it. So right now, I'm not too worried about it being smooth. I'm just trying to get it on there and get it to stick in this direction. I'm just kind of turning it. Now at the end, I'm going to take some water and I'm going to smooth this down a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I say about that. The imperfections are what makes it you know, evoke the love that you're putting into it. Who wants perfect anyways? We are leaving here. We have 2 more days here. So Greenwood and I have been really busting our biscuits to get this all finished up and ready for the future guests. And we've had a lot of fun. We've been here a couple weeks and we're really missing our grandbabies and kids, and it's nice to go away, but it's always nice to get home. Now you can see how easy this really is to kind of stick to what you got to stick to. You don't want a lot of buildup on the bottom where it's going to sit, because you still want it to be able to stand up straight. Apologize for my crazy hair today. That's the Celt in me. You know when they throw pottery on a wheel and you can kind of see where they were holding it as they're moving it on their potter's wheel. Don't forget to get into the inside, because that is what's going to make it look like, ooh, that's a real stone or clay vase. Now, the reason this is pink, I will say, is as it's curing, it'll turn white, and it's a great way to know that it's all done drying. Once I'm done with this, I'll move it inside to where we have some heat, and hopefully it'll move along. Once I get it dry, then I'm going to show you the magic. Okay, this is all totally cured and set up, and it's hard as really, it feels like pottery at this point. I did spray a coat of satin ivory paint, which is kind of like a cream color, and you can see it really does look like something that was thrown on a potter's wheel. Now sometimes you'll see that this spackling will have these hard little points. You can just really knock them off with your hand, or if I want mine a little bit more rustic, but you can see I can even take it off kind of like with my fingernail. So what I'm going to do, this is great to leave this way. I think this is actually beautiful this way, but I'm going to try to make it look aged. So I'm using, let's see, what color is this? I need, this is just like an ebony brown. This is kind of, this is sienna, burnt sienna. And this is dark chocolate. And the great thing about paint is if you don't like it, you can just paint it white again. So I'm using a sponge, and I soaked it in water, and I'm going to wring it out, and I'm going to use that to dip in my paint. So I'm going to start with the lightest color. I'm going to kind of blot it out here, and I'm just going to go in a pattern. Just very lightly. And the great thing about soaking your sponge, I'm going to bring it all the way up here, get in the nook. I'm going to put it in the water and kind of knead that a little bit. Look how pretty that's going to be. It almost looks like terracotta. That color is lovely. I love that. And there's really no rhyme or reason how I'm doing this. You'll hear Greenwood up there. He's hanging a mirror, God bless him. We're still in Crested, Butte, still working on our condo. It's actually snowing right now. And we're trying to get everything ready for our guests. See how pretty that's becoming? Now again, I'm going to dip my sponge again. And you can see I can go back there and mute that a little bit. Soften those edges. And an artist friend once told me, when you're doing faux finishing, you never want to reveal what instrument you use to make the pattern, or in other words, you don't want to say, hey, she used a sponge to distress this. And that's what's great about using a sponge, is you can just wring it out. This is really pretty already, and I'm just going to dip back in. Now I'm going to go with a darker color here in a minute, and I'm going to go around the base, but I am going to carry this terracotta color up around the side. And the great thing about this is, if you're wanting it to kind of match your decor, you can use whatever colors you want. Now I want mine more natural looking, so I'm going with natural colors that you'd find in nature. And I'm just going to keep using my wet sponge to soften those. This is super, super easy, guys, and to think that this started out as a pink shiny vase that was probably on its last leg. The 1980s called and they wanted their pink vase back. And now we've kind of given them a new life. Okay. I'm going to use my sponge again and soften those edges. Again, I don't want anybody knowing that I'm using a sponge. And think about how dirt works. Like if you're wanting to age something, dirt usually gets down into those crevices. And that's what's gonna give it that aged look. It's kind of therapeutic. You guys are gonna love this project. I got some bigger pieces that I'm gonna do this at home at Winter's house for my gardening shed that I'll show you guys how to do. And I'm gonna use a slightly different technique with the spackling. Again, I'm gonna keep softening. Now that I have my lightest coat on, I'm gonna go a little darker. This is a little darker than I want, so see, I can go and lift that back up. Now you don't want to use too much water because you'll activate your spackle again. So you have to be a little careful with that. Just don't get it so soaking wet you can't go back. I'm just wringing out my sponge. I'm making a mess. And what is great is once you have your sponge pretty wet, you can come in there and introduce more color in spaces that you want. Now I'm going to put this in time lapse so you guys aren't so bored to tears, and we're going to finish this vase off, but I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Cut the pad. It took me a while. You can see I had to cut it the shape to the cowhide. This is the new rug here in our great room, and I'm super excited. It's got all the colors of the new furniture in here. The darker color that you'll see is the sofa color, and that caramel color is 2-inch chairs that we got, and then this white cream color is the color of the wall. So I think it kind of ties things together, and this pad is so crazy thick. So I think it'll be pretty comfortable in here. Now all I have to do is put it in place. Show you guys what's gonna be the bunk room. And this is the room that our grandbabies are gonna sleep in. These are being donated, all of this, to thrift at 6 Points in Crested, Butte. And new furniture arrives today because we needed more sleeping. We needed to actually have 4 to sleep in here because there's 4 grandbabies. And then I think guests that come too, that will give them a little more space. But they're from back to the ranch as well, and they're log cabin-y looking. You get a kick out of them. There's a bath that's off here that's going to get a makeover. And but all the bones are great. I love the woodwork, super fun. Hey YouTube. And there's a bedroom here. You can see this is our reality right now, these boxes. And only so many, all of them have to be busted down to fit through the recycling door. So it's been very entertaining for Greenwood. This will get replaced actually by the antler chandelier in the great room. Our situation. The ceiling is how high do you think the ceiling is, Greenwood?
Well, that's a 6-foot ladder, and it's up 3 feet, so I would say where that is, it's about 10 plus.
And the bed weighs a ton, and we didn't have a ladder tall enough to hit this, so we used the bed and put the ladder up on like a platform below. And he did get the ceiling fan down, so that's good. But now we're working on this chandelier.
Kids, don't try this at home.
That's for sure. This is not like safe. I had like the sumo wrestler hold on the end of the ladder. I was worried he was gonna take a fall. I'll keep you posted. is, this is 1 part vinegar to 2 parts water. I'm doing this out on our balcony here on Crested Butte, and it's very chilly, but I think it'll be okay. It's above freezing. So I've wiped my glass. So the side that you're painting is the side that will be the back of your beautiful mirror. So we're just gonna spritz this, just kind of abstractly, nothing. And I kind of let it cool a little bit, little drips. And then I let that set a second, and then I'm using the Looking Glass Krylon. It smells like Easter eggs. And then I'm gonna put a light coat. See how the vinegar and the water won't let the mirror attach to that, the mirror paint. And I give it a good coat. And then I'm going to let that sit for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. Okay, I'm letting this dry, but as it's drying, you can go back if there's little spots that you've missed to pull up. And the effect that you want, I'm sorry, I can't see you, is that you want it to look like the silvering back to your mirror is pulling away. You know, we've all seen old mirrors up in attics and flea markets and things like that that are losing their silver back. And that's what we're wanting to mimic. I'm letting this kind of sit and just tack up a little bit. It's pretty windy and it's dry here in Colorado, so it won't take much time. And then I'm gonna kind of go where there might be some wear naturally occurring on a mirror. I'm just gonna kind of, because we are going to take a black paint finish on the back. Now, I would recommend using matte. All I could find in the hardware store here is satin, and so I think that'll work just fine. Okay, it's dry to touch, so I think it's a good time to add the black backing. Again, this is satin. I would recommend matte, but we are in the mountains and so I had to get what I could get. So I'm just gonna add a light coat. Okay, it's all done and I'm so excited to show you guys. Look at that. You see all the distressing on it? So pretty and so easy to do. It'd be like my arm was there. It would really hurt. Oh, look at that one. Holy smokes. Look at the bear. Oh, Lord have mercy. What is that? Those are some choppers. What is that? Huge. I think that's a boy.
look at.
I know, isn't it pretty? He's got like sad gypsy eyes. Look at these antlers. Wow. Wow. Kind of crazy about these mirrors now. Look how this has really transformed them. Look how pretty. And I just used chalk paint, wet distressed, and it took me maybe 5 minutes for both of them, and I think they're going to be really pretty on the wall. It's finally done. Come on in. Welcome to our mountain home here in Mount Crested, Butte. Here's our little foyer that I think's so sweet. You'll see repurposed skis to the left, hanging by the mirror with a cowhide pillow that I'm crazy about. Some old antique snowshoes. Just in case we get buried in the snow, we can make our way out. You'll see the mirrors to the right that we did in our DIY, and these are actually skis from the 1920s. I can't imagine being a skier now, how they made it down the mountain. They were very, very brave. These are the 2 bedrooms that are in the lower level. Now this is the bunk room that we made for the grandchildren or other children or even adults that are children at heart. If you remember what the room looked like prior, it just had 2 twin beds in it. And we did a total makeover on this room. You'll see more of the DIY mirrors hanging over there to kind of bring in light. I'm crazy about this shutter that has the light fixture on it. And I actually got that from Overstock. It really adds a lot of light as that little lantern. And I wanted it to be a cozy space for whoever slept in there. We also upgraded the mattresses so they're big and smushy and whooshy and comfortable. There's a wonderful full bath with a shower with plenty of room. And I love this wonderful canvas of the bears dancing in the woods. I love that. I want to join them if they promised they wouldn't eat me. We added some vintage artwork and some iron hooks, and I love this furniture from back to the ranch. It's all handmade and I'm just crazy about it. Greenwood and I actually slept in the bunk room 2 nights just to make sure it was comfortable for our guest. I think you'll find it cozy and warm. If you remember, the rug with the bear actually came off our wall in the master bedroom. If you saw the footage of Greenwood and I really struggling to get it down, but it's perfect in this space. We had it cleaned, and I think it adds a fun, whimsical touch to the bedroom. These lanterns I love. I got those off Amazon. The bedding from Overstock, and we also added super soft down pillows, down alternative pillows for our guests and family, and it really is making for a really lovely space. I am so excited for you guys to see this room. This one I think has one of the more dramatic transformations, and if you saw the before photos, you'll see the bed was actually, the headboard was on the wall where the shelf is to the right. We painted the back accent wall a beautiful deep chocolate brown, added some beautiful bedding, some cowhide and leather pillows, and these beautiful white resin heads off Etsy that really pop off the chocolate, and just fun, whimsical art. I found this vintage photo from the 1920s and these really badass lady skiers. And then you'll see here over the dresser, there's actually some of my art and another DIY vase. And here's a tip: if you can't find what you need, just go for the shape and spray paint it a high gloss, and you'll see that it really looks like a beautiful white glass vase. Love this room. The chandeliers from the dining room we repurposed in here, and it actually, I love it in here. A beautiful ensuite with a big shower and a lovely sink, and we kind of jazzed it up in here as well with some decor on the walls. Also 2 new bedding in here and a big super mushy mattress and pillows as well. We want everybody to rest well when they come to our little mountain nest. This is one of my most cherished things here in our Colorado home. This is what I lovingly refer to as my OPA wall, meaning other people's art. These are vintage oil paintings from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and what they all have in common is a mountain. So I thought it was very fitting for our mountain home. I've been collecting these over the last 2 to 3 months, and I look forward to adding to the collection. This is the entrance to our master suite, and it's the only bedroom upstairs. So it's very naturally secluded and quiet and cozy. It's got a deck off of it that you can sit and have your morning coffee. Everything is new in here. The bedding, down to the mattress, to the lamps, to these lovely pillows that we got in town. I added these wonderful mirrors that I got from Overstock to kind of bring light into the space. If you go back and you look at the before photos of this, you'll see that it was a darker room, and now it just feels lighter. You'll also see that I replaced the ceiling fan. If you know me, you know I'm not a ceiling fan, no pun intended, and I always replace them with a light fixture such as a chandelier, something to give it a little bit more importance. The bedding is wonderful. We got that from back to the ranch. It's thick and luxurious. You'll see the window to the right. That actually is going to be drywalled in. They're going to be taking that out so we can hang a flat screen TV on that. And here's the view from the door. And here's the view at night, and it's very cozy. I love this beautiful picture. Again, this was from back to the ranch, and you know I'm a horse person. This was a fun project that was super easy, and again, I didn't use it for its typical purpose. These are to put candles in, and you can put candles in, but I think they're lovely to add a little bit of greenery. And I'm crazy about this horse canvas. So pretty. We got that in town at Crested, Butte. The bedding is velvet with cowhide pillows. It's very luxurious. Again, down pillows. We also have down alternative. And the mattress is so comfortable. It's a pillow top. I think everybody will rest well. One last look at the OPA wall. I'm so in love with it, and I really look forward to it growing. And I think that's how a home should grow with you, and reflect really who you are. This is the first look down into the new family and dining room, and I'm crazy about it. I love the chandelier that we replaced, the antler chandelier that we then repurposed into one of the bedrooms. It's big and chunky and heavy, and it just really has a presence in the room and adds quite a bit of light. You'll see the paintings too draw your eye up. The kitchen was a fun space to kind of zhuzh up a little bit. I added lamps to warm it up and some other elements to kind of cozy it up. It's going to get a makeover in the future. Love this dining area and the big farmhouse table. You'll see the sconce that Greenwood added, and you'll see that we took away the couch and 2 chairs and added a sectional. Oh, I love that sconce. It's just so beautiful. And our gorgeous ram from Trader's Rendezvous. He's so handsome. I've also replaced the rectangle coffee table with a round coffee table. And sometimes when you have a lot of sharp angles, a lot of squares and rectangle shapes in your room, adding something that is round will break up that space a little bit more lovely. And I also used a cowhide rug in there to organically blend the living room into the dining room. It just all becomes one space. No sharp edges where a rug starts and a rug stops. Thank you for joining me for our home tour and all the shenanigans here with Greenwood and I. I loved having you guys with us along the way in this beautiful state called Colorado. For now, we're gonna follow that North Star all the way home to Winter's house. Don't forget to subscribe and come back and see us soon.